Welcome back to Walk With Me Wednesdays. It's a beautiful day here in Alabama. Glad to be able to join you. You know, last night I was at a band concert. The Trustful band, man, the middle school band is so talented. But anyway, I saw a few girls from my futsal team that I coached a few years ago. And it really got me thinking about coaching, and sometimes God teaches us through those moments that we don't really expect. From strategy and preparation and trust, they can all go hand in hand. So that's what we're going to talk about today on Walk With Me Wednesdays. Let's get to it. Before we get into this video, are you subscribed? I'd love it if you would just hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Right now I'm trying to get up to 50 subscribers. If I get up to 50 subscribers, I'm going to host a live event on my channel and also probably do a giveaway of some merch. By the way, my merch store is open. You can click it in the link in the description. Go buy some merch for me. All right, guys, let's get into this video. All right, so let's set the stage for the season that year. I was a first-time futsal coach. I had no clue what I was doing. I read up online on some strategies and kind of how to manage a team and all that kind of thing. But for the most part, just relied on having fun. That was what I coached. Let's all go out there, let's have fun, let's compete, let's play our best, and in the end, you know, we'll have at least have had fun. We've won a few games. One team that we played that year was the baby blue team, Tar Heels Blue. They had one good player on that team. He was so fast, constantly got the ball. Once he got the ball at his feet, he's able to dribble past people, get in and score. Didn't really have an answer for him. The rest of their team was good, but he was the real standout. So they beat us, I think they beat us 5-1 that day. That's a pretty frustrating loss for us, you know. It's like we would compete and then they'd sub him in and he'd just come in and get a goal. So I felt like there was really nothing we could do. So we went on throughout the season, had a few wins, had a couple of draws, had a few losses, and made the playoffs. So I was in the first round of the playoffs. We were teamed up against none other than the Tar Heel Blue team. So after I got the matchups, I knew that we had to do something a little different. So during one of our little sessions as we were practicing and warming up, so in futsal, you don't really practice during the week. You show up to a game, you have a few minutes to warm up, and you play, which that's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing though when you want to prepare. But I knew going into it, we had to do something different. Now, I'm a lot more familiar with the game of basketball than I am futsal. So I knew in basketball, if you have one good player, you might run what we call a box and one. So you play man-to-man defense against a really good player, and you play zone behind them. And if the good player gets the ball, you force him to pass the ball quick. Don't let him really get close to the goal. Just mark him up, play good defense behind. So that's what I did. As we were warming up, I pulled Anna Kate aside. Anna Kate, she's never really played soccer or football before, except for in the yard, but she's really fast. And I knew she would do what I asked her to do. So I said, Anna Kate, I think the guy was their number 9. I said, you see him? I want you to mark him. I don't want him to touch the ball. You stay in front of him. You stay between him and the ball. If he gets the ball, you kick it out immediately. And so she was like, what? That's not anything we've done before. The other players were like, well, that's kind of odd. Well, don't we play like a triangle defense or a diamond defense? And I'm like, no, we're going to try something different. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But what we did last time definitely didn't work. So we get them. I get them all hyped up. And Anna Kate gets out there to start the game. She didn't get a lot of starts that year, but I knew when he was in the game, I marked Anna Kate on him. When he came out, I let Anna Kate have a rest. So we played and we fought, and he got frustrated, and he was asking to come off because Anna Kate just pestered him. She would not let him go. It was so great. We played great defense that day, and we were end up going to a 1-1 draw at the end of regulation. Yeah, sometimes our plans don't make sense. Sometimes in life our plans don't make sense. But God says, hey, I want you to do this. When it works out, it's great. So yeah, we took them into penalty shots. First game of penalty shots. We hadn't had a penalty shootout all year. So it was new for the kids. So we lined up. We made a couple, missed one, I think, and they had made a couple and missed one. Then the girl I saw last night at the band concert, she steps up to kick. So she steps up there, the ref puts the ball down, she kicks and misses. She is heartbroken. She thinks she just lost the game. She starts kind of tearing up a little bit. I walk over to her and I encourage her. The ref waves his hands. He's like, wait. I didn't blow the whistle. The ball wasn't in play yet. Of course, you can imagine parents of the other team were bewildered. But I told her, I was like, take a deep breath. You know, put your best foot on it. Hit your shot. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, we played a great game, and I'm proud of you either way. So she steps up. She takes a deep breath, composes herself, and kicks it right past the keeper. Oh my goodness, you talking about going crazy. Those kids, you would have thought they just won the World Cup. They were screaming and cheering, but they still had one more penalty kick to take. So their player steps up to take the penalty kick, and we block it. We go on to beat them in penalty shootouts after them just really handing it to us during the regular season. You know, I just will never forget that win. You know, I was so proud of those kids, mainly because of just the way they fought, the way they trusted in what their coach said, and the way they overcame adversity, not only in that moment, but really all throughout the season. They just never quit. So I was so proud of them. Yeah, that game really taught me a lot about faith, about preparation. We didn't win because we were the most talented team or have the most talented player on the court. We won because we trusted a plan we put in place, we worked together, and we stayed focused. It would have been so easy for the other players that weren't marking to kind of lose focus and maybe try to play man defense on their players, but they didn't. They trusted the process and what the coach put in place to play a zone defense back behind our man and intercept balls that came into the box. And we just limited the scoring. You know, in soccer they call it parking the bus, and that's basically what we did. We said, we're going to take our opportunities when they come, but for the most part, our goal is going to be to stop them from scoring. And they did that. They worked together. You know, in life, God gives us a game plan. His game plan is His Word. It might not always look flashy or make the most sense to everyone. You know, these days people say the Bible's outdated. But if we stay disciplined and trust Him, we'll find victory when everybody else faces obstacles. In Proverbs 16:3 it says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. You know, it's funny. All these years later, seeing those girls can bring back those memories and teach us life lessons from things that we had kind of forgotten about. But yeah, that's one game that I'll never forget. I'll always remember the trust, the hard work, the preparation, the reliance on each other, the teamwork, all to come out victorious on the other side. We got a medal that year because we trusted each other, we trusted our coach, and ultimately we trusted God. So what's a moment in your life that didn't seem spiritual at the time, but taught you something about faith? Go back at your own games that you never forget and leave a comment and let me know about those. I'd really love to hear about it. So yeah, here with me at Walk With Me Wednesdays, I'm gonna wrap it up. So keep walking in faith, even moments that don't make sense, because those might be the ones that you'll never forget. God bless.